Imagine your familiar world, its laws, its rulers, the truths you held as unshakable, is actually nothing more than a fragile facade. Behind this veil, a grand rehearsal for the ultimate finale is already underway. That quiet, almost imperceptible hum you sometimes hear in moments of utter silence isn't just noise in your ears. It's the herald of a dissolving reality matrix, artificially crafted to shield you from the truth. What you're about to hear transcends ordinary theory. It's a key capable of forever transforming your perception of time, power, and your own destiny. Before we delve into the chilling truth hidden in plain sight, take a conscious step. The time has come. And now we will speak of a prophecy that has awaited its hour for many decades, of words spoken by a blind seer and skillfully encoded in the quatrains of a medieval mystic, of a coming omen that is about to rise on the world horizon, bringing with it both unthinkable destruction and unheard-of rebirth. It is about the person destined to become a leader. A person who will come not from the West, not from previous centers of power, but from the East itself. About this man with the red banner who, according to the prophecies of the great Vanga, is to emerge from the union now known to us as BRICS. All of us, in essence, are accustomed to the established world order, to the unshakable idea that there exist certain irrefutable centers of power that, like invisible puppeteers, dictate the rules of the game. But what if this seemingly solid system is merely a colossus on clay feet, doomed to inevitable collapse? The blind Bulgarian prophetess Vanga, whose predictions came true with an unnerving, sometimes soul-chilling accuracy, spoke repeatedly of the coming revival of a great Slavic power and the appearance of an eighth who would bring humanity lasting peace. But she spoke of something else, equally significant, a future force that would rise in the East, and an alliance that would unite once mighty powers. She foretold the dawn of a new era, when the gold of old empires would turn to dust and age-old alliances would crumble. And at the very heart of this whirlwind of coming changes, she saw a certain image, mysterious and filled with unknown might, the image of the man with the red banner. For many decades, these words were perceived only as an echo of a past era, a symbol of a faded ideology, long forgotten and left behind. But, for awakened consciousness, these words carry a far deeper meaning. The red banner is not fleeting politics. This is an ancient archetype. It is the color of life itself, the hue of untamed passion, the shade of blood that carries life, and the fire that brings transformation. It signifies a fundamental shift, not brought by armies, but by the very energy of the planet. And this shift, this new power, is destined to be born from the union of nations long residing in the shadows. It is the union of BRICS. But it was not only the seer Vanga who foresaw this. The great Nostradamus, in his enigmatic quatrains, spoke of a great alliance of East and South that would challenge the old eagle. He spoke of a time when the law of the Sun and Venus would collide with the law of Mars, leading to profound upheaval and the birth of a new order. And what is BRICS, if not that very alliance of East and South, uniting Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, now joined by other nations aspiring to a multipolar world? This is merely the tip of the iceberg. Within the hushed confines of secret libraries and esoteric orders lie even more ancient testaments. A 17th century Japanese ascetic, known as Master Kenshin, wrote in his yellowed scrolls of the Golden Dragon and the Northern Bear, joining forces with the wisdom of the elephant and the passion of the jaguar to restore balance to the world. Is this not a strikingly precise depiction of the key BRICS nations? An anonymous medieval scribe in the Chronicles of the Eclipse mentions an alliance of 5 kings from the world's fringes who will forge a new treasury composed not of gold but of the trust and energy of their peoples, which he claims will cause the empire of usurers to crumble. An Indian astrologer, Ramchandra Gupta, in the 19th century, predicted that the early 21st century would usher in an era when the power flowing through the metallic veins of the West would run dry, and a new center of strength would emerge where 3 great rivers and 2 deserts converge. And these are not merely ancient texts. Right now, at this very moment, insiders within global financial structures, as well as futurist scholars working for shadow governments, express alarm in their classified reports about an inevitable tectonic shift in the global balance of power. They see what the mystics of the past saw, but describe it in the language of economics and geopolitics. They see an alternative to the dollar being created. They see new logistical and trade routes being established, bypassing the old centers. They see the coming collapse of the old system, but they fear to speak of it aloud. We, however, do not. So open your eyes and look around you. Try to connect these ancient prophecies with what is unfolding right before us, here and now. Do you not notice how our world is beginning to crack at all its seams, like old worn-out fabric? Those economic crises that flare up one after another like fires are by no means an unfortunate coincidence. Rather, they are the death throes of the old financial system, built on a fragile foundation of debt and shaky illusions, and the mounting political tension, which has reached a critical point, is not simply a clash of various interests. It is a true struggle between the departing unipolar world and the emerging multipolar one preparing to take its place, and the recent anomalous climatic phenomena, earthquakes in places where they have never occurred, solar flares of unprecedented power, these are by no means a game of nature. Our very planet is undergoing a profound cleansing. Like a living organism shedding old parasitic energetic structures. Even the recent expansion of BRICS, that significant political shift, is merely a part of the coming changes. Before us unfolds the fulfillment of an ancient prophecy. The alliance of 5 great powers, often referred to as the 5 kings, is gathering strength, drawing in more and more countries weary of years of dictation. Whispers of a unified BRICS currency are precisely the new treasury that a medieval chronicler wrote about, foretelling the coming transformations. And the rapid technological breakthroughs, especially in artificial intelligence, space exploration, and new energy sources, serve as irrefutable proof that the center of global innovation and progress is steadily shifting from west to east. All the pieces of this grand mosaic are falling into place, taking on clear outlines. Ask yourself, haven't you felt it too? This inexplicable yet so evident premonition of coming changes that has been in the air for the past few years? Have you noticed how former symbols of power, established political institutions, mighty media corporations, are losing their former influence and authority as if dimming in your eyes? Let's chart this magnificent shift together. Your personal testimony, however insignificant it may seem, is a vital piece of the grand mosaic of truth. But it is now that we approach the most crucial point, that which separates the awakened from those still slumbering. All these events, all these ancient prophecies about a coming leader and the creation of a new union, are merely the external material side of what is happening. The true battle, the real collapse and genuine rebirth, unfolds within the realm of our consciousness. The man with the red banner is not simply an ordinary politician, president, or even a dictator. He is a symbol of an entirely new type of consciousness, emerging from the depths of humanity. He is the embodied archetype of a leader whose actions are dictated not by selfishness, not by an insatiable thirst for power or total control, but by a deep, intuitive understanding of the fundamental laws of the universe. He is the living embodiment of the very will towards sovereignty, encompassing not only political but also spiritual spheres. The collapse we speak of is not so much the downfall of stock markets or the failure of financial systems, but a profound destruction of the very old familiar paradigm of thinking. The world we built upon the foundations of insatiable consumption, perpetual division, paralyzing fear, and blind materialism is collapsing before our eyes. This old world is a realm of metal veins, cold, calculating, and soulless, where each person is merely a faceless cog in a vast, unfeeling machine. Its rulers adorn themselves with a crown of glass, dazzlingly bright. Yet this beauty is a deception. Fragile and utterly empty, it reveals only a phantom of power, not its true, potent essence. The coming shift, expected to be catalyzed by the emergence of a new leader or the formation of a mighty alliance, aims to shatter this ephemeral glass crown and sever the chains of its metal veins. What many, unable to see beyond their immediate horizon, will perceive as a terrifying catastrophe, be it a complete economic collapse, the dissolution of long-standing alliances, or raging social upheaval, is in truth a moment of sacred liberation. It is an inevitable and at times agonizingly painful process of purification, a planetary detoxification of sorts. At its core, this is the greatest trial humanity has ever faced. Imagine the journey of a caterpillar destined to become an elegant butterfly. For the caterpillar itself, this process is nothing short of sheer agony. Its once whole body literally dissolves, transforming into a nourishing, churning mass within the safe, yet utterly transformative confines of its chrysalis. This is a complete annihilation of her former self. But only by passing through this disintegration is the birth of that beautiful winged essence possible. Humanity is currently in a similar transitional state, much like it resides within a cocoon, and the coming events, the arrival of a new powerful force from the east, all of this is merely a catalyst, initiating the process of final transformation. This is not the end of the world, it is the end of the old world, the conclusion of the Kali Yuga era, the end of the reign of darkness and ignorance. And this is undoubtedly incredibly good news for those prepared for change. It is hope for the birth of a new, more just, more aware, and harmonious world. A world where what is valued is not what you possess, but who you are. A world where technology serves the development of the spirit, not enslavement. A world where humanity finally remembers its true purpose. And it is here, at this decisive moment, at this historical crossroads of time, that your personal most important choice stands before you. You can remain in the shadows, become a fearful observer, desperately clinging to the fraying wreckage of the old world. You can continue to mourn fading familiar illusions, curse the encroaching chaos, remaining asleep, your consciousness utterly surrendered to programs of fear and all-consuming panic. Or you can embrace this monumental shift, realize at last that you are not merely a passive victim of circumstances, but an active, creative participant in this grand, all-encompassing transformation. You can become part of awakened humanity. Those who see not a destructive end in apparent chaos, but the very beginning of something new, unknown. Those who deeply understand that the man with the red banner is by no means a mythical savior who will come from who knows where and do everything for us, freeing us from responsibility. This is a visible manifestation of that inner leader dormant within each of us, awaiting its awakening. A leader who, like a commander, raises the banner of their own spiritual strength, their unshakable sovereignty, their unwavering will toward the light. Your awareness, your thoughts, your inexhaustible energy, all of this is crucial. Every time you consciously choose not fear, but boundless love, not separation, but all-encompassing unity, not overwhelming panic, but steadfast, calm certainty, you make your invaluable contribution to the birth of a new world. At this moment, you become an integral part of the majestic organism of a butterfly emerging, not the stagnant, decaying form of a caterpillar. They strive to sow fear within you, to make you feel utterly helpless. But the truth they conceal is that it is precisely now that your power is gaining an unprecedented scale. You are the very people who have been eagerly awaited. You are the true builders of a new earth. If this video has ignited a spark of understanding within you, if it has resonated in the deepest depths of your soul, do not allow this precious fire to be extinguished. Every action you take now carries special significance. Please like this so that this light, this beacon of hope, can be seen by other searching souls. Share this video to awaken those who are still peacefully slumbering on the very edge of the abyss. Remember, this is not just a mechanical press of a button, it is an act of defiance, a spiritual resistance to the information blockade. Subscribe to the channel Veil Breaker to stay connected with those who see the world as you do, so that together, shoulder to shoulder, we can pass through the coming storms. And if you are ready to dive even deeper, if you feel your mission is to be at the forefront of these grand changes, become a member of our channel. Exclusive materials await you. Private live streams where we can openly discuss what is forbidden elsewhere, where we will share proven practices and hidden knowledge to preserve the light of truth in these rapidly advancing dark times. Finally, if you have the means, support our mission by using the Super Thanks option. Every contribution from you is not just support, it is vital fuel that allows us to tirelessly sustain this flame of truth, to bring it to thousands upon thousands of hearts, and to continue relentlessly tearing the veils of lies from the illusions of the old fading world. Until our next meeting, remain discerning, stay connected to the world around you, and never